Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going down to New Zealand, to the North Island in the South Taranaki district between two volcanoes. I'm not saying the volcanoes have anything to do with what we're about to see, but Faith has shared a photo with me of what appears to be a very unique object in the sky. We're going to come back and take a look at that here in a minute. I also have a brand new picture slideshow I put together, 3 minutes of high-octane photos sent in from all around the world of the sky. But first, we're going to look at a bell pepper plant out of Belvedere, New Jersey. Photos sent in by Margaret Ian. And this is the third time I've received photos of this type of phenomenon occurring. You've got a vegetable clearly still hanging on the vine, and it's sprouting a version of itself inside of the bell pepper. You can see a bell pepper trying to come out of the bell pepper on the vine. The seeds are activated, and we've seen this not only with regard to like this here, this bell pepper. Seeds on the surface of strawberries have started to sprout for whatever reasons, and also seen it with tomatoes. Tomatoes that appeared to be fairly new, not extremely old, opened them up, got vines all over the inside of tomatoes. Actually, I've seen a tomato with the vines coming out of the skin. This here, you've got a bell pepper inside of a bell pepper. Very, very strange. This could be commonplace. I don't know. I know Margaret has never seen it. I've never seen it. That is very weird. And I have not seen this occur until 2020. So it's right in line with this whole 2020 phenomena. Now we've got fruit and vegetables sprouting seeds right on the surface of themselves. Now we're going to go down to New Zealand. I've got a little video I put together. It's of 4 photos that were shared with me by Faith from the North Island of New Zealand. And I don't claim to know what this is. It's just one of those that's too good not to share. I'm showing you the position of this object that appears to be in the sky. It's between 2 volcanoes on the North Island of New Zealand. And here's the photo that she took. This was sent in by Faith, and she's got it circled right here. When we look at this, and we're going to look at it in multiple formats, it doesn't look like a classic lens flare or reflection. This appears to be an object in the sky that has density. Based off of the work that I did on it, don't know any more than that. You can see it's kind of got a thick edge, not necessarily thick, but it does have height to it. It's not just like a light reflection, at least in my opinion. That's just how I perceive it. You guys can view this however you wish, but I have a feeling that this was something in the sky on that day, viewed by Faith on the North Island of New Zealand. And that's not the first time I've received something like this from New Zealand. This was the second photo I've gotten, but the other one was from the South Island, and there was a craft in the sky very similar, if not almost identical to what we're seeing here. This is obviously a enhanced format. Light is dark and dark is light, and we're going to go in even a little bit closer, and this thing has got highly symmetrical features. Looks to be 6-sided, kind of at a slant. Does not look like a classic lens flare at all. I mean, that's a lens flare. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that. And again, this is the second photo I've gotten from New Zealand of something in the sky that looks very, very similar to what we're looking at here. Here it is in yet another format. Just trying to pull forward any possible features or anything that we couldn't see in the original photo. I didn't alter it in any way. I simply made some adjustments. And this is what I came up with. Ultimately, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. This was one of my favorites. Simply a X-ray negative format, and you can kind of see this edge over here has a little bit of thickness to it. It's not like a flat glare would be, you know. It's apparently got some sort of density to it. I don't know. It's very unique with regard to shape. Once again, that photo was sent in by Faith out of South Taranaki, New Zealand. Thank you, Faith. Hopping over here to the website, going to take a look at the Schumacher Resonance and the Yellowstone supervolcano. First, the Schumann looks pretty similar to what we've been seeing the past few days. A little bit of activity in the Schumann. This right here can be traced back to the sun as we're starting to see an increase in solar activity as solar cycle 25 is starting to gain momentum. You can see an active region right there with a sunspot, and we've also got another one coming around the eastern limb right there. So a couple of active regions. This will actually be number 3 when it gets around here to the Earth-facing side. But what we see on the Schumann is more than likely related to solar activity. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera. Speaking of activity, we have got what look like earthquake signatures on a lot of the seismographs over here at the supervolcano caldera. That's what those red vertical lines indicate. It's not on every single seismograph, and these are from just like in the last, say, 3 or 4 hours. That one there, that one up there is probably 10-12 hours ago. This one was about 4 hours ago, 4.5 hours ago. That's usually an indication of an earthquake, but I have not found any earthquakes near Yellowstone or any large ones, especially that would show up clear over here at the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera. This one here is a fairly significant signature. Look at that. That's over at the very busy northwest quadrant of the supervolcano caldera. So once again, another very busy day over at the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera. As I've said before, we just don't want to come over here and see these things all dark blue. Even though there's a little bit of activity here, I would expect that. After all, it is a supervolcano. Now we're going to take a look at a brand new picture slideshow I put together. New sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. Brian P. out of Paducah, Kentucky. Photo sent in by Patrick. Absolutely stunning photo of the sky. Annie and Diana, upstate New York. Got a multi-layered rainbow here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, quite possibly 5 that I can see. 4 for sure. Awesome photo by Annie and Diana out of upstate New York. Tiffany and Mike out of Spokane, Washington. What looks like a large triangle just sitting up in the clouds above Spokane, Washington. Nick S. out of Tucson, Arizona. Gigantic beam spanning across the sky at sunset. Melanie A. out of Alaska. Very fiery orange sky. This too, I believe, at sunset. Mila Mo out of Bend, Oregon. Got a very intense double-decker rainbow. Look at that. Filling the skies above Bend, Oregon. Nomi G. out of Switzerland. Got the sun very low on the horizon. If I'm not mistaken, that's some sort of wildfire smoke or something in front of the sun, like you see here out of Port Aransas, Texas. Photos sent in by Tim. This almost looks like a rogue planet, but that's the sun behind either thick clouds or thick smoke, fairly thick smoke, like we see here out of Rigby, Idaho. Photo sent in by Justin. Got a fiery red sun, and that too, once again, is behind wildfire smoke. And here it is dipping down a little lower, and the smoke's just above the sun. Casimo out of Thunder Bay. Very unique sky here. Mike J. out of the Caribbean. Another spectacular double-decker rainbow. Miss Dana May, you can see what looks like a very large hole punch cloud. Neil out of the United Kingdom. These are either gravity waves or some sort of clouds that have been induced by wind shear. Quite possibly roll clouds. Not exactly sure. Bella out of Portugal. A couple of very unique clouds up in the sky here, all by themselves. Even have unique color. Dan out of London, England. About as fiery orange of a sky as you can possibly get. Photo here sent in by Caroline out of Renton, Washington, of some purple lightning. Here's another lightning strike up in the sky with multiple lightning bolts extending from the center. Casey Ray, not exactly sure of the location, but a very unique hole punch cloud here with very crisp edges. I mean, that looks like a disc going through the sky there. Just incredible. Arissa, Santan Valley, Arizona. More unique hole punch clouds. There's one. She sent in 3. This is number 2. And here's number 3. She noticed those right out here in the skies above Arizona. It's a very bizarre sunset. How do you describe this? Adam sent this photo, actually 3 photos, of this very unique sunset. I'm going to go in really close. Visible from San Antonio, Texas. Check this out. There's the original. I mean, they're all original. Here I zoom in, and you've got some sort of a strange feature in front of the sun. How do you describe that? Look, it looks like a backwards 7 or something. That's up in the sky. There's what appear to be, and this could be just a digital artifact, but there appear to be vertical lines in front of the sun. But this here, this larger structure that looks like a backwards 7 up in the sky. I've never seen anything quite like that. I mean, I've seen clouds in front of the sun. We all have at sunset, but not anything quite like that. And honestly, Adam was very taken back by what they saw here at sunset. Said it wasn't our sun. It looks so bizarre. And I agree, that is a very bizarre sunset out of San Antonio, Texas. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery at the website, and sometimes I'll use them in a video slideshow, just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.